We are entering the Football Content Awards. All you have to do to help us is head over to adifferentview.co.uk. The link is in the description down below. When you get there, enter your name, enter your email address and submit the vote for us for the best in video and best new content creator. Please guys, you've got 2 weeks to vote, it'll be a great help. Thank you. A place where William Wallace was briefly imprisoned. A place where Mary Queen of Scots sought refuge before she was conveyed to France. A place with rich history. A place that is home to one of the oldest clubs in Scottish football. A club who, just like their stadium, have found themselves between a rock and a hard place. Welcome to Dumbarton. Many people my age may not look at Dumbarton as quite the force in Scottish football, but that wasn't the case in the 1800s. The club won the Scottish Cup in 1883 and were runners-up a further 4 times after that. But since then, the club have laid dormant. Thankfully, that's not the case for the volcano that sits beside the stadium. They slumped to relegation last season from League One, being beat 5-2 in aggregate by FC Edinburgh. But the clouds are starting to clear over the rock and the suns are shining again. Just how much are the fans enjoying this start to the season, top of League Two? 4 wins out of 4 for Dumbarton in the league. How happy are you with the start?
It's been a great start for us so far. We've really been playing quite well. It's been a massive change the way we usually start seasons. You know, I think for the last 10 years in the bounce we've usually finished in the bottom half of the league. The last time we finished in the top half of the league was 2012. So to be up at the top end of the league table at such an early stage is a great thing because it's something I'm not too used to.
Obviously it's no surprise to people on the channel here that I'm a Motherwell fan. What do you make of Stuart Carswell and players like Morgan Neal as well?
Well, Morgan Neal played for us a few years ago. He jumped ship to Cove Rangers a while ago, but he was a great addition to the squad for a while. We had a great partnership with Ryan McGeever in central defence, which actually is the position that Stuart Carswell is now playing for us more often than not. Stuart Carswell's moved more to centre half, where he used to play in the sort of central midfield for most of the time he's been with us. But Stuart Carswell he's been captain for 3 seasons previously. It's a role that's been taken off him more recently. But yeah, you know, we're looking pretty solid. We're winning games, we're looking quite convincing, and I'm hoping to see us ragdolling some Rangers school children tonight.
Good. I think if we win on Saturday, I think it'll put us in a good position for the end of the season. 4 wins out of 4, so you think it's inevitable that he's going up then? Is that happening? Hopefully.
In the last vlog, Motherwell versus Livingston, we introduced a new feature here on the channel for the vlogs where we're not reviewing disabled facilities for stadiums that we've already been to. So obviously we've not been to Dumbarton yet, so we will be reviewing the facilities tonight. But I still think there's a big question that needs to be asked, and there's a question I want to ask supporters here tonight. There's been a lot made about refereeing performances and the standard of officiating in Scottish football in the last weekend with the games at Motherwell, Easter Road and up in Dingwall all seeing questionable decisions. I know that we're bringing in VAR at Christmas, but for me, you've still got the same people making the decisions, so I still think that we're going to get wrong decisions. You've seen it in England where there's questions being asked. Even if the second Man United goal that was scored on Monday night, was it offside? I think it looked as if it was offside to the naked eye, but they gave it onside. So there's still questionable decisions that we're seeing with VAR. So there's a question that we can ask the fans, and that is, how would they help with referees and what would they do to help improve?
I think VAR will make a difference to some degree, it will help to some degree. I think the referees need to be full time. I think they need to be a full time job for them. And they need to, you know, they need more training, certainly. The SFA need more money.
Well, the ones we've got now are no good enough. When's the last time any Scottish referee went to World Cup finals or the Euros?
We need better training.
How many of them's FIFA referees? I mean, you've seen that clown at the weekend. You know what I mean? Is
I think fitness,
is that too
they
strong?
they have got fitness issues. I've seen it at Livingston away as well. The linesman couldn't keep up with the play. You know, so he was missing it, he was putting his flag up and he was not even in line with it. You know.
How can you get a red card for tackling somebody in your own half?
Yeah.
For me, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. It's similar to the challenge that we've seen in England in the Newcastle Man City game. It's a yellow card which got overturned. It's a yellow card.
I don't think they're fit enough, and just some of them, the most of the refs, they've just no got it.
Well, anything that's going to sort of root out the anti-Motherwell conspiracy to the SFA is excellent in my book. To be honest with you, at our level it won't really touch us, but I think anything that's going to get rid of refereeing decisions, refereeing mistakes that are going against them, are going against any team, regardless of whether it's Celtic or Rangers, I think it's a good thing. I think ultimately it probably will end up helping the smaller teams against the kind of the old firm in that, purely because referees might feel intimidated, particularly the atmospheres of Parkhead and Ibrox. They might find actually that the more decisions are reviewed, that the more decisions go in favour of the away team, but that's just pure speculation. We'll need to wait and see until it's been brought in. I think hopefully if it's been brought in halfway through the season, you know, anything that you can do to bring in better decisions quicker is a good thing, but of course you'll have the shouting and screaming from either sets of fans that will be claiming that, you know, it's one rule for one half of the season and one rule for the other half. That will no doubt cause controversy. The phone lines, the Super Scoreboard will be dead hot, but such is life, such is the West of Scotland. Personally, I'm not too concerned with either half of the old firm. I'm more concerned with Scotland's original champions, the Dumbarton Football Club, and I'm looking forward to seeing us absolutely thrashing some school children tonight.
Full time.
That seems to be the popular answer, right?
Full time referees, kind of part time. Full time so we can get the training after parts for the other part.
And what did you make of the sending off at the weekend?
First one, lunchtime, no send off, it's a yellow. Second one, you see why he's gave it.
Whilst we've not been here at Dumbarton on the channel yet, we have seen their opponents Rangers B tonight. We've seen them at Celtic Park. They got an impressive win there last season. A few players impressed me on the night, so it'll be interesting to watch them tonight. But I'm sure there's a bigger game on the minds of the Rangers fans. They play PSV in Europe. Alfredo Morelos, he's out the squad. How are they feeling going into that game?
Well, yeah, obviously that is a blow, but Cholak's made a good start. He scored 4 goals in 5 games, so I mean, I think he would probably be leading the line anyway tomorrow night. So I think we're still pretty confident that we'll get the goals.
I think confident would be an exaggeration. I think we can do it. You look what we done last year. So I think we'll maybe stay here.
It's a big decision that they took, you know, to leave him out, because even if he was on the bench, you can always bring him on if we need him. However, I think if he has got issues and they have spoken to the players, the senior players, and they've given him the go-ahead as well. So it's a big decision, but I think
Time will tell.
Confident, a tough game, so it's always tough on the way to Europe, but it's quite good in the league, taking hopefully it pans off.
Let's just go prediction if we're going to trash them now.
I reckon it will be 3-0 Dumbarton, Declan Bum hat-trick.
What do you think the score's going to be?
Probably 3-1.
5-1 to Rangers.
Always confident. Thank you guys, enjoy the game.
Lowry to score.
Lowry goal.
Oh, I would go
4-3 Rangers.
Oh, I hope it's 4-3. What a game that'd be, by the way.
Yeah, I would go 2-1 Rangers.
2-1.
I think it will be a tight game.
Well, I'm hoping more for the 4-3, that'd be brilliant. And finally, the B team impressed last season. I watched them at Celtic Park, put on a good show there. They were flying in the league as well. Are you looking forward to the game tonight, and is there anybody in particular that you're looking forward to maybe see?
Looking forward to seeing how Lowry's coming on. And you're looking forward to seeing them. We were at the game at Ibrox last season, and the B team, the old firm. Phenomenal, absolutely. Here to lend my support.
And finally, I had a Dumbarton fan earlier that said they were going to thrash you. I'm sure you don't agree with that. What's your score prediction?
2-1 Rangers.
1-0 to Rangers, as you can see there. It's a ball played through. McGeever tries to intercept it and he mistimes it, and then Alex Lowry runs in and goal and slots it beyond the Dumbarton goalkeeper. Great start for Rangers, and they find themselves 1-0 in front. Tries to shoot. Oh! Is that not going to be one of the most picturesque views in Scottish football? The rainbow with the hill. Trying to see what happens. Lowry plays the shot. I hate that for a corner, but it's taking him a bit of an angle to whip it in. They're going to drop touch for that ball. And cue the gifts, cue the tweet. Penalty to Rangers. Lowry steps up, sets the goalkeeper the wrong way. 2-0 to Rangers. I'll tell you the difference between this Rangers side and Dumbarton. Dumbarton are forcing it quite a lot and playing the ball into areas, and Rangers, they're really calm in possession. If there's nothing on, they start again and they recycle possession. Something that I'm a big believer in is not forcing it. I think I get that off my dad. He doesn't like his teams forcing it either, but it's basics. Just keep the ball. Shot with the McCallum and the goalie man needs to tip it onto the post. Oh, got to be a goal. Why did they not take it first time? Oh, it doesn't matter! And it's 3-0 to Rangers. It's Charlie McCann. It's a good finish. I thought he should have had it first time, but it's a well slipped in with Stephen Kelly, and he takes a touch. I thought the defender would have closed the angle, but he gets his shot away, and I think it takes a slight deflection beyond the Dumbarton goalkeeper, and it's 3-0 Rangers going on about 5 or 6 to say that. Dumbarton was shot. It's a great save of the Rangers goalkeeper. That's definitely the best bit of play for Dumbarton. 3-0 Rangers still though. Oh, he's in. It's a great play. Oh, by the way, what a goal this will be. Oh, no way. Oh, Rangers have been brilliant, man. You could actually, I think there's some Rangers fans that wouldn't mind if they're watching this tonight, coming and watching the B team before they watch the first team. They've been brilliant, they've been absolutely brilliant. They've torn Dumbarton to shreds. Lowry, amazing. McCausland, really good. And then Lovelace, the striker. He's been quiet for the majority of the game, but he still gets his goal. This could end up about 6 or 7, I think, with the second half. But right here by Kieran. How you doing, Kieran? You alright? Oh, I'm a guest here, done it.
I'm dead good, aye.
I hear you're a wee Celtic man, are you?
I'm a Celtic fan, but Dumbarton my local team.
So, what do you think of your local team's performance tonight then? It's not been that good, has it?
Nah, it's not been that good, but it's Rangers, so just got to take what you can get. We're playing better in the league anyway, so that's all that matters.
The B team look better than the first team at the minute, don't they?
I know.
And then the big question before the game that I'll put to you, before they let you go, is we're talking about VAR and referees coming in and the standard of officiating in Scotland.
Aye.
VAR's got to help a bit, but what else would you do to help the officials?
I think VAR's going to do a lot. I think like decisions and that, like offside is going to help a lot, but there's not really you can do. They're terrible, like referees in Scotland, so but VAR's going to help a lot.
Dumbarton just missed a half chance. Lowry up the lane, and he's got his hat. I've got to tell this to boys. You've wanted to come back into there, didn't you?
Come back still on, mate. Come back still on.
Aye, Istanbul's turned into Istanbul shit in the space of 20 seconds. I don't know if we quite caught that one, but McCausland fires it across the goalkeeper. It's 6-0 Rangers. Oh. Alex Lowry, after putting that great ball into the box, he's done on the deck. It looks like a bad one. He had his head in his hands there when he was lying on the deck. It looks like a strong one. Hopefully, for the Rangers fan watching, he's alright, because I think he needs attacking options right now. You get him in the first team, he's been brilliant tonight. So, it's the day after the game, let's get into the review. We'll start off with the facilities at Dumbarton. for what they've got to work with, they're decent. They've got spaces designated for accessible for wheelchairs. So sat one of them right at the front. Again, I don't really like being at the front because when it was down that line it was obstructed a wee bit, but it's what Dumbarton have to work with. I don't know whether they could maybe put the disabled section over the other side, but then you would maybe lose the atmosphere, or even behind the goal. Create a wee platform just so they get elevated. So I'm going to maybe I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The toilets, they were a wee bit tight as well. It was quite hard to manoeuvre around them, so they could do with a wee bit more space in their toilet. So in fact that probably takes it down to about a 6, because I just remembered the amount of toilets there. So aye, a 6 out of 10, because there was no much room for turning in the toilet. It was quite crammed, especially if you need your carrier in there with you. It was a nightmare, so it was. So aye, 6 out of 10 for Dumbarton's facilities. On to the referee now. Now, this was a big talking point in the last week in Scottish football, and I actually thought that the referee was having an okay game. That was right up until the challenge on Alex Lowry. That was an absolute shocker, and the Dumbarton boy only received a yellow card for it. I mean, I didn't see it at the time because I was turning around talking to somebody, but I've since seen the footage on Twitter, and it's an absolute horror tackle. There's intent there, he means to do it, and for them to only get a yellow is an absolutely ridiculous decision. So I'm going to give the referee again a 1 out of 10. It was a very poor performance. On to the game now. I said before the game that I thought it would be tight. I thought Dumbarton flying in League Two, Rangers low in League, doing well in it as well. So I thought it'd be a tight game. But for me, that game last night just illustrates how much quality there is in the Lowland League. Rangers aren't even top of the Lowland League, and they absolutely dismantled Dumbarton. I thought there was some good performances. Stephen Kelly, Charlie McCann, the boy Lovelace looked decent up front, but the one that I have to highlight, and the one who's getting my man of the match, Alex Lowry. What a player this boy is, honestly. He takes players on, the timings he runs, and he scores a hat-trick so he can finish as well. He put in this cross from an angle about 40 yards for goal, and it was right on, I think it was Lovelace's toe. He's just got to hit it, and he doesn't hit it, so they don't get the goal for it. But 7 goals for Rangers. Stephen Kelly, I thought, controlled the midfield really well. It was a good game to watch, and there's a lot for Rangers fans to be excited about in the future. If these boys can't get in your team, the boys in the first team must be absolutely unbelievable in training every day. So I'm going to give the game a 8 out of 10, because it was a good watch, but although it was a bit of a training session for Rangers, it was still a really good watch. So that gives us a total of 15 out of 30 for the experience at Dumbarton. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Unfortunately we won't be doing a vlog at the weekend as I'm away to Leeds Festival, so the next one will get planned is midweek next week, but I'm going to keep who that is close to my chest. Don't forget, you can vote for us in the Football Content Award below by visiting adifferentview.co.uk or trying to enter Best In Video and Best New Content Creator. All you have to do is leave your name and your email, and don't forget on the channel, please leave a like and subscribe because it really helps us guys. Thank you.